Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we do get started today, I want to thank you guys. The last 2 or 3 videos I put out have been like really popular, which is really amazing because I'm not a popular person. I don't usually like to push the channel, but if you are kind of enjoying the content I am putting out, please feel free to like, how do they say it? So in the last few episodes, we've gotten obviously the tank up, the lights on, and a lot of the sump plumbing done. So for this episode, we're gonna go ahead and try to get this guy filled up. We're gonna get the rock into the tank. It's gonna take a few days to get the water into the tank. I think the average that I saw for a 200-gallon tank is it takes usually like 2 or 3 days constant to fill up the actual tank itself. So obviously it's gonna take some time. But first we're gonna get the rock in here. Maybe we'll get some sand, I'm not sure yet on that, but we're gonna go ahead and get started. Alright, voila, I pretty much have all the rocks in. How do you guys think it looks? I really wanted to go with that pillar type of theme. I don't want anything on the sand bed, with the exception of obviously like an acanthophyllia, and then I want to do like a little zoa garden right there, but I want to do primarily sticks, so I just want sticks just popping out of every top of this pillars. I think it's quite there. It looks about right. Now, a lot of people mention that, hey, I don't have much space to grow upwards. I think this is plenty of space. If I need a coral to grow higher than this is about a foot right there. So if I needed more space, I mean, let's be serious, I probably won't need more space. But yeah, I think it looks pretty darn good. We're gonna go ahead and put some sand in here at some point, fill it up with some water. And then it's going to take a little time, but we're going to go ahead and get this guy going. All right, it's been about 2 days, just a quick update. I know the water's a little cloudy, but we're still filling it up. I'm almost to the top. I think I got like 2 more inches. And then of course the sump itself needs to get filled. I did go ahead and get the return pump in. We're going to be using a Varios 8. I really like these pumps. They're super quiet almost all the time. And I actually hard plumbed it instead of using soft tubing. So I 3D printed this little piece right here, and also the one down there on my 3D printer, and I use max infill so that it's like super thick, you know, it's just all material. And yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, the red's not exactly the same red, it's a little brighter. It's not as dark as the Red Sea, but it'll work just fine. Look at that. So we're gonna go ahead and let it keep filling. Obviously it's gonna take a little bit more time, but yeah, that's just a quick little update. So it's been about 3 days or so since we started filling the tank, and luckily it's done now. We've gotten some sand in there, and then I also have salt. It took like 2 or 3 bags of salt, smaller bags of salt, just to get this guy up to salinity. I have it currently at 1.026. Now, this is kind of the point where we start to cycle the tank itself. Being an old school reefer, like my first tank was when I was 15 years old. We used to do the shrimp method, so we threw a piece of shrimp in there and we just kind of let it rot for a few days. That would take like 2 weeks to cycle generally. But this time I figured, hey, technology's gotten better, so we're gonna try something new. And the one that's super recommended by everybody that I talk to is gonna be the Turbo Start. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and try today. I guess it's just supposed to be just actual live bacteria in a bottle. It doesn't actually have a very long shelf life, which is good in a lot of ways. So, you know, it might be a true actual bacteria, which is pretty cool. But we're gonna go ahead and put this into the tank. They say it's gonna take about 5 or so days to go ahead and get the whole tank cycled, up to 2 weeks. So we'll kind of see, we'll test along the way. All right, let's get this guy in here. I know there's a cup in there, just kind of ignore that. Huh, it does smell, people say it smelled like rotten eggs. It really does smell like rotten eggs. Let's go ahead and we'll pour this guy into the sump right here. Well, I mean, it's purple-ish, kind of like the logo, so that's nice, I guess. The color's a little off-putting. And we're gonna go ahead and just dump the entire bottle in there because this is actually rated slightly less than what my tank is rated for. I think this whole bottle is rated for 240 gallons. Oh yeah, there we go. Kool-Aid. But yeah, cool. Thanks guys for watching. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.